This conference will now be recorded.
All right, everybody, welcome. Today's class is CityGo Familiarization. We're going to learn the basics on how to ride public transportation here in Salina. So just a few rules before we get started. Please mute yourself if you haven't done that already. You can post questions in the chat box and I'll watch those and answer those questions as we go. You can take notes as we go. This class should last about an hour, maybe a little bit less. And then I don't have a survey for you, but if you have any comments, I would appreciate those as well. So like I said, today's purpose is just to give you a very brief overview of CityGo to help you get started riding the bus. It's just a great introduction. So a little bit about me. So my name is Michelle Griffin. I'm the mobility manager for North Central Kansas. I serve all of the transportation providers and the general public in Saline, Ottawa, Cloud, Republic, Jewell, Mitchell, Lincoln, and Ellsworth counties. Right now, there are 4 mobility managers in the state. We each cover different regions and we do a little bit different things, but we are networked together. And basically what mobility management means is helping communities and individuals create and manage their mobility options. So that can look a little bit different depending on where you are or what you are, where you need to go. A little bit about OCCK's transportation team. So there's several people here that are always available to help you answer questions or get you places, whatever you need. Trell Grinter is the transportation director. We have 3 supervisors on the CityGo side who are Rena Bishop, John Velasquez, and Al Carroll. Angela Sanchez works in the office with the dispatch team and anything administrative. Debbie Atkinson is our quality control coordinator. Dawn Burns is the maintenance supervisor. And then we have about 5 dispatchers on our team, 3 mechanics, and about 50 drivers. So we have a pretty good team spread out across North Central Kansas. So if you picked up your class packet, you should have a few things in there. So of course, you're going to have your copy of the CityGo map, and we'll kind of go through that a little bit today. You've got a set of passenger guidelines. So I'll kind of briefly cover some of those things, but it would be great if you could take some time to look through those after class is over. You have a PowerPoint handout with places for you to take notes as we go through the slides. And then I've also given you a couple of coupons that you can use to ride CityGo. Just give those to the driver, and that's good for a day pass to get you anywhere that you want to go on one day's time. All right, so now we have a few videos that I'm going to show you, and we're going to start with the schedules video.
As a passenger of CityGo, Salina's fixed route bus system operated by OCCK Transportation, we want you to have a safe and comfortable ride.
Hi there, welcome aboard.
Like all passengers, you'll want to know the bus schedule, where and when it starts, where it ends, and where it stops along the way. It's important to know that our bus system has 5 colored routes that cover most of Salina. You can find bus stops and benches at a variety of locations across the city. Our buses operate on a fixed time schedule and will be at each stop at a specific time. When the bus stops to pick you up, just hop on. It's easy. Please note, there are some locations along the route where we offer wave and ride. This means you can flag down a bus anywhere along that route. It's best if you wait at a corner for your safety. You can find these wave and ride locations on the map. Our bus schedules are available in many forms. First, you can get the printed schedules on the bus at the transportation office on Santa Fe, or OCCK main office on Schilling. Maps are available at many other locations across Salina. The printed schedules have a map of each colored route with numbered stops. For example, if yellow stop number 29 says 39, this bus will not leave before 39 after each hour. CityGo operates with regular time and peak time. During regular time, buses run each hour. During peak time, the buses run every 30 minutes. To avoid missing your bus, it's a good idea to be at your pickup location about 5 minutes before the bus arrives. If you need help finding the right bus, use our online trip planner through Google Maps. Just enter your starting location and your ending location, and you will be given multiple options. You can customize your depart and arrive time and the date. It's that easy. You can also access the schedule using maps on your mobile device. If there are any changes in the schedule, you'll find alerts on the app on our websites, as well as Facebook and Twitter. Be aware that the schedule on the weekend is different from the rest of the week.
Thanks for riding with us. Have a great day.
For more information, visit salinacitygO.com or call 785-826-1583.
All right, so that was kind of just a brief overview of some things to get you started writing. So we're going to dive into the map a little bit further right now. So if you are good with a paper copy, you can find those at many locations across Salina. You can see on one side is a gigantic City of Salina map, covers the whole page. And then on the back side is some instructions and then our timetable. So like was mentioned, we have 5 different colored routes that serve the majority of Salina. You can also find additional information on our website, which is salinacitygO.com, or you can use maps on your smartphone. So here's what the timetable looks like. It's broken down into the different colored routes. So we have blue, red, yellow, purple, and green, and each of these cover different locations across Salina. You can see under the blue route, for example, that each of the stops are numbered, and those numbers correspond to the numbers on the map. So that gives you a little bit easier way of flipping back and forth between the map and the timetable. We have regular time, which runs every hour, pretty much all day long, 6 days of the week, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then Saturdays 9 to 5. So that bus runs every hour at those times in that regular time column. And then we have special times throughout the days on Monday through Friday where we have peak time, and that's where we have 2 buses running. And so that second bus will be at the stop every 30 minutes. So there's a few times a day where you can catch that second bus a little bit quicker. So when you have your map, the easiest thing to do is find your current location on the map, and then you want to look to the closest stop that's next to your location. Then you want to find your destination on the map and kind of follow the routes to see which ones that you need to take. And keep in mind that there are regular times and peak times. And then do you need to coordinate your transportation to get you to your final destination? So we have 81 connection that can get you north out of town all the way to Belleville. We have Can Connect, which can get you over to Abilene. And we have our Can Cycle bicycles, which are spread out at several locations across town. So if you need to get to your final destination on a bicycle, you're able to do that as well. So now we're going to do a little bit of practice. So if you pull out your map and on the timetable, if you can find Kenwood Cove and let me know what time the bus would be at Kenwood Cove. And you can just put your answer in the chat box. So you can see that on the blue route, Kenwood Cove is stop number 27. So the bus will be there at 34 after the hour on regular time, and then in peak times at 4 after the hour. What about Kohls? So you can see that there's two options for getting to or from Kohls. So you can take the red route, stop number 19, at 20 or 50 after the hour, or you can use the yellow route, which is stop 23 at 24 and 54 after the hour. If you needed to get to the Central Mall main entrance, what time would that be? Again, that one's on the yellow route, stop number 29 at 39 and 09. Now that you're getting the hang of it, how about Sunset Dillons? This one is a little bit tricky, but again, there's two routes that serve Sunset Dillons. So the purple route, stop number 9, is there at 02 and 32 after the hour. And the green route actually heads by there twice at straight up 00 and 30 after the hour. And then stop number 30 as well. So between 29 and 33 and 59 and 03. And you can see that there's a T marked on these stops, and that stands for transfer. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. So here is the full-size Salina map, runs from north to south and east to west. So you can see the 5 different routes are notated on there. So you can see that the green route serves North Salina, north and west. The blue route is North Salina and then goes into East Salina. The purple route starts in Mid Salina and goes south. The same with the red, Mid Salina and goes south, and the yellow, Mid Salina and heads south. So that's kind of how the city is broken down with those 5 different colored routes. A few other things to note on this map. So in the first video, we talked about the wave and ride sections. Those are highlighted with the dashed lines. There's one on yellow that goes down Santa Fe and one on purple that goes down Cherokee. The transfer locations that I talked about are highlighted with the outline around the stop. And then the 5 different can cycle locations are notated with the orange circle with the bicycle. We have one in North Salina at 9th and Hamilton, one in downtown Salina at 7th and Walnut, one on West Crawford at Sunset Dillons, one on East Crawford at Bill Burke Park, and one down at Kansas Wesleyan University. So like I mentioned, you might need to get onto one bus and then get on a different bus to get to your final destination. And so you want to look at those transfer points on the map that are outlined with the black line around the stop. And then you want to look at those departure times to make sure that you're there at the right time. So the transfer points that we have to get you from one route to the next. In North Salina, it's 9th and Hamilton, that's blue and green. And then right below that is green and red that meet at 617 East Elm. All 5 routes meet at 7th and Walnut in downtown Salina. At Sunset Dillons on West Crawford is purple and green. On East Crawford at Faith Drive outside of McDonald's is red and blue. On South 9th at Super Dillons, it's yellow and purple. And then clear south on 9th Street at Walmart is red, yellow, and purple. So you can see there's lots of options, lots of ways to get across town if your bus doesn't go that far. So back on those stops that I had you look up on the timetable, this gives you just a little bit of an idea of how you can get from one place to the next. So if you got on Sunset Dillons, you could ride the green route all the way north up to Iron Skillet. If you got on at Kenwood Cove, it would be pretty easily for you to take the blue route all the way east out to Presbyterian Manor. And then if you got on at Kohls, either on red or yellow, it's a short little jaunt down to Walmart. We do have online planning feature through a couple of different options. You can easily do that on your computer through Google Maps, through that trip planner, and that looks like this. So you would just go to either through the Salina CityGo website, or you could just go directly to Google Maps. Make sure that you select the bus option at the top that gets you to transit. Type in your origin and then where you would like to go. And then if you wanted to, you could either leave now or you could set that to a time in the future. And then it will give you all of those route options. And pretty much for any place that you go within Salina, you're going to have multiple options depending on how much walking you want to do, how long you want to take to get there, if you have any stops along the way. You can also use maps on your iPhone or Android device, depending on which you have, and it works basically the same. So you just open the maps on your phone, make sure that you choose again that transit option, which in this case looks more like a train. It's going to come up with your location right now, which you can change that. And then you want to put in your destination. Again, you can choose if you want to leave now or leave sometime in the future, and it will give you many different options to pick from. Choose the best one that you want based on how much you want to walk, and hit go, and you're on your way. All right, now I have a video to show you about paying your fare.
As a passenger of CityGo Salina's fixed route bus system operated by OCCK Transportation, we want you to have a safe and comfortable ride.
Hi there, welcome aboard.
The question we often hear from passengers is, how do I pay for my fare? Actually, there are a few ways. First, it's always appreciated if you're ready with your fare before boarding the bus. One way to pay for the fare is with the Token Transit app. This is a quick and easy way for paying for passes with your mobile device. You just need to download the app, log in, buy a pass, and then activate the pass when you're ready to use it. When you board the bus, just show your mobile device with your activated pass to the driver. All of the fare options are available in the app, including a single trip, a day pass, ticket strip, a monthly pass, and even longer passes. It's simple and convenient. can also buy paper passes. You can purchase a monthly pass for $35 or green ticket strips for $5. You have several ways of purchasing these also. You can do it in person at several locations around Salina, including OCCK Transportation, OCCK's main office, and the Bennington State Bank location. You can also purchase passes online at www.salinacitygov.com in the convenient online store. These passes must be bought in advance and come out and be purchased from the driver. Of course, you can always pay your fare in cash. When you board your bus, insert your money into the fare box. You must pay the fare with exact change. The driver does not carry cash and is not able to give you change. A single trip is $1. If you pay $2 when you board, the driver will give you a day pass that is due for the current day. This pass will allow you to transfer and ride as many times as you need to get to your destination. You have lots of easy ways to pay for your ride.
Thanks for riding with us. Have a great day.
For more information, visit salinacitygov.com or call 785-826-1583.
So as you can see, we have a lot of different options for paying your fare. You can get a monthly pass in advance. If you're going to ride every day, it's a great option, saves you some money. You can get those here at the OCCK Transportation Office or other locations across Salina. You can use the online store at salinacitygov.com. If you want to use cash to pay your fare, $2 gets you a daily pass from the driver, but you are required to have exact change. I'm just going to run through really quick how to use our quick and easy online store. It did show you a little bit in that video. You know that OCCK Transportation has an online store where you can purchase passes. Go to www.salinacitygov.com. When you get there, click on Buy a Pass and the online store will open up. It will show you all of the different transportation services that we have available. Choose the service that you want to ride, and then pick the fare option that you want to purchase. You can either have the pass shipped to you or you can pick it up. Choose your shipping option and add to cart. You want to complete your details and then check out. Next, you need to complete your payment information and then complete your purchase. It's that easy. If you have questions, call 785-826-1583. So that just takes you a little bit further into the online store. It is super easy to buy a pass that way. We have recently just this year added the Token Transit app as a mobile fare payment option, and this makes it really easy to ride the bus and pay your fare. If you have a smartphone, you just need to download the Token Transit app from either the Google Play Store or from the Apple Store. And then to ride CityGo, you would find CityGo in the selection, select your pass, and pay with your credit or debit card. And then you just need to show the driver your phone with that electronic pass when you board. So we do have a quick video to show you how super easy this is. Hey guys, did you know that OCCK now offers a mobile fare option? Open the Token Transit app and select Buy Passes. Select the service you want to use. Select your rider type.
select your pass type. You can pay with Apple Pay or a credit or debit card. You can buy multiple passes at one time. Once you've made your selection, just confirm your purchase. Activate your pass when you are ready to board the vehicle. Start your trip and show your phone to the driver when you board. There are multiple passes available for CityGo, so select the one that best fits your needs. Passes will display for a set amount of time after an activation. If you have any questions, feel free to call our office 785-826-1583.
So we really do try to make riding the bus as easy and simple as possible, especially with fare payment options. So now we're going to talk a little bit about bus riding etiquette. And surprise, surprise, we have a video on etiquette.
Hi there, welcome aboard.
As a passenger of CityGo Salina's fixed route bus system operated by OCCK Transportation, we want you to have a safe and comfortable ride, and you can actually help us. For example, be at your pickup point about 5 minutes before the bus is due to arrive. When the bus stops, let other passengers get off before you board. Have your fare ready before you enter the bus. It helps us to get everyone to their destination on time. Find a place to sit or stand as soon as you board, and please let people with disabilities and seniors get safely seated first in the front seats of the bus. People with mobility devices will be loaded in the back of the bus. We also welcome service animals on board. Small pets are allowed on the bus, but must be in a carrier that can be helped by the rider. If you're standing, please stay behind the yellow lines at all times until the bus has reached your stop. Secure baby strollers as needed, and hold your infant securely in your lap. If your baby is in a car seat and you would prefer to keep him or her in it, you must hold onto the car seat. Smoking, vaping, drugs, and alcohol are not permitted on the bus. Eating and drinking are allowed, but passengers must dispose of all trash and be careful not to spill. And littering, cursing, or other disruptive behavior could also result in the loss of your right to ride with us. While the bus is moving, to be safe, keep your arms and hands inside the vehicle. Going shopping? We can't take large shopping carts on the bus. However, we do welcome foldable shopping carts which you can secure in the back of the bus. Please stow your bags under the seats as well to keep the aisles clear and safe. You may only bring as many bags as you can carry in one trip. You can also use your cell phone, but try to talk quietly to avoid disturbing the other riders. And you're always welcome to listen to music, but please use your headphones. Remember, just being courteous and respectful with other riders and the driver will make everyone's trip more pleasant, including yours.
Ride with us. Have a great day.
For more information, visit salinacitygo.com or call 785-826-1583.
So like we mentioned, you want to arrive at your bus stop a few minutes prior to arrival time. Even if you're 1 to 2 minutes late, that means that you might miss your bus. So we really suggest that you're at your stop about 5 minutes early. We really do pride ourselves on making sure that our buses stay on time, and that's why those stop times are so important. When the bus arrives at your stop, make sure you look at the marquee to make sure that it's the right bus. Those will be on the front and the side, and it will tell you what color they are. Please wait for other passengers to get off before you get on. If you need to use the ramp, you can ask the driver for assistance and they would be happy to help you. Each of the CityGo buses has a bike rack on the front and you can load your bicycle on there if you have one. Then you need to pay your fare either with cash or show your bus pass, either your paper pass or your mobile pass. And then we ask that you only bring what you can carry in on one trip. So then you need to sit in a seat or stand if there's no room. You can stand in the aisle and hold on to the grab bar that's above your head. We ask that seniors and people with disabilities get first priority of the seats in front. Try to minimize the amount of space that you take up. There's plenty of room under the seat to store packages. When your stop is close, about a block away, pull the signal cord. Exit through the front door or ask the driver for assistance with the ramp if you need it. If you brought your bike, please remove it from the bike rack as quickly and efficiently as possible. And then also wait until the bus is gone to cross the street. Here's a short list of some things that we would suggest that you might want to bring with you. Your phone, your wallet or your cash, your fare card, keys, a drink and a snack if you need that, headphones, hat and sunglasses, and maybe walking shoes, a bag to keep your things in, medication if you need that for the day. Depending on the weather, you might want an umbrella or a coat. But again, only bring what you can carry on one trip. We do have an option for passengers to sign up for notifications by text message. We can give you service notifications about closures, shortened weather, or shortened hours, bad weather, different things like that via text message. So that way you can stay up to date on what's happening. And you want to text the words START OCCK Transit to the number 80123 to get started. All of our vehicles are wheelchair accessible, as you saw in the video. You may be eligible for additional ADA services if you reside 3/4 of a mile from a CityGo route, or if you are unable to board, ride, or disembark from a vehicle, or you have a specific condition that prevents you from traveling to or from a bus stop. And you can contact the transportation office for more details on that service. So I know we covered a lot of information today. We just want to caution you, please don't be overwhelmed. It's not as scary as it seems, especially after you do it a few times. You're going to become an expert on that. If you need help, please ask a driver. They all are super friendly and are willing to help people. Other passengers can help you if you have questions. You can attend additional travel training classes if you feel more comfortable doing that. We do have a class on 81 Connection that is also offered monthly. I encourage you to sign up for that. And you can always call the office at 785-826-1583. Some of the other travel training classes that we offer, Transportation 101 is an overview of all of the transit programs for Salina and North Central Kansas. You just need to contact our office to schedule a presentation for your group. You're in CityGo Familiarization. We do schedule this class monthly, so we'll have another one in October. I do need to update that slide. We have a class on 81 Connection Familiarization to teach you all about 81 Connection. Travels from Salina to Belleville Monday through Friday, so you can learn how to ride that regional route. And in the future, we hope to have a few more options for one-to-one training for individuals who need more hands-on service, and then train the trainer, which would be training staff from organizations to teach them how to teach people to ride public transit. So hopefully those will be some options that will be coming out in the future. If you need information about that, you can find that under Guide and Go on the Salina CityGo website, or you can contact our office. OCCK does serve 14 counties here in North Central Kansas with a variety of services, including regional paratransit demand response service. They have Medivan with Salina Regional Health Center. Medicaid transportation to get people to and from appointments with their Medicaid provider. 81 Connection, City of Abilene Public Transportation, Go Concordia, which serves the City of Concordia with public transportation, Can Connect, regional fixed route between Salina and Abilene. We also offer discounted taxi rides for those times outside of operating hours. We talked about the Can Cycle bike sharing program, which is not only in Salina, but there's also bikes in Minneapolis, Concordia, Belleville, Mankato, Beloit, Lincoln, and Ellsworth. And then we also have an airport that can get you to and from the Salina airport to catch those flights out of town. So you see we have a lot of services, so it's important that you follow us on social media to stay up with what we're doing. And you can find us at Salina CityGo on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And I don't see any questions in the chat box, but if you do have questions, feel free to contact me. Look on our website for more information, follow us on social media for information, or just contact the office. And again, that number is 785-826-1583. And that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Hope you learned a little bit about writing CityGo. Take those passes, hop on out there and let me know what you think.